We all have our own clutter meter, which is the barometer of how much stuff that we are comfortable having in our home, in our cars, in our physical environment, also in our calendar. And when we get married, we are also marrying someone else in their clutter meter. And 48% of all couples fight over clutter, which is usually the indication that the meters are not aligned, which isn't uncommon. It's similar to a money meter. So one person in a relationship may want to save and another person may want to spend. And then when you're looking at spending on stuff and we don't want more things in the house, so you can kind of see how these play and feed one another. But there's this other aspect of sort of the subconscious role that we expect our partner to play within our relationship, and this is usually passed down and what we've seen modeled by grandparents and parents and even aunts and uncles. But oftentimes, again, this is pretty subconscious, the man may think that the home is the woman's domain, and the woman may think, well, it's the man's job to fix things. So again, all of this really starts to play into this conversation around how much stuff do we have in our home. But when it comes to organizing and when it comes to simplifying our home and simplifying our life, the easiest way to do this and to get your husband and your family on board is to lead by example. So we do need to listen and be respectful of someone else's opinion and the things that they value. So just because you don't want a lot of things around and maybe they have some things that are really important to them doesn't make you wrong in them or you right in them wrong. But you do need to listen, but also start to lead by example. You can't be this double-edged standard of saying, well, we don't want, child, I don't want your room to be a mess, or husband, I don't want the garage to look like that, yet your own personal space is also cluttered and full of a lot of things. So when you start to lead by example and show your husband and show your family members how great being this organized, simplified life feels and how much happier you are, it starts to lift them up and encourages them to do the same. So it's easier to have the conversations. The conversations don't end in a heated debate over who's right and who's wrong. No, you can't spend that money and we're not going to have all this stuff laying around. But really it opens a dialogue of saying what is important for our family, where are the priorities, and where are some areas that we can improve. And I imagine that the level of things that are laying around, that's going to be a really easy, low-hanging fruit place of starting to improve.